Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is MasterKingJC of the Annie Gaming Nexus, back again to give you guys my review for the newest One Piece chapter 847, Luffy and Big Mom. First off, let me say happy Thanksgiving to everyone, the ones who are celebrating it right now. Hope you guys, had a lot to eat, had some turkey, and having a good time with your family, and, just generally taking care of yourselves and staying safe. But we're not here to talk about Thanksgiving, we're here to talk about One Piece. So, on to the chapter. So this was a very interesting chapter, but there are a lot of things in here, well, not a lot of things, but there are a few bits and pieces of the chapter that are cause for concern, at least for me, based on my initial reading of it. So I read the chapter twice, and on the first page right off the bat, we see Chopper and Carrot, who have been captured by Brûlé in her mirror world. Apparently she has a house in her mirror world, and she's going to cook them because, she has the whole witch stereotype going on. So normally witches, they boil people alive in a cauldron and eat them. So she's going to eat Carrot, even though she's a talking mink rabbit. So I guess they're not picky about what to eat. I want to say cannibalism, but the minks aren't really humans, so it's still kind of messed up because they're eating a sentient humanoid creature. So yeah, what's going on with that? This part right here I really didn't care much for, because Brûlé's role in his entire couple of chapters hasn't really done much to move the plot forward. She's kind of just been chasing Chopper and Carrot around, and she just caught them and she's going to cook them for some reason or so. And she's not going to send them to Big Mom, she's not going to kill them, no, she's just going to cook Carrot and give Chopper to Big Mom, which she'll add him to her collection of strange animals, which I'll get into later, because that goes into something else that happened in the chapter. So that part, it kind of didn't bring anything new to the table. Brûlé is actually, no, Chopper mentions that he is tied up in his human form, so he can easily shrink down and get out of those chains. Now, normally you'd think maybe those chains would be sea stone chains, so I guess they're not. Maybe Brûlé didn't assume that Chopper was a devil fruit user, so, which normally, like, you better safe than sorry. Why not make the chain, why not, tie him up in sea stone chains, if it is sea stone chains, of course. So Chopper's got a little plan here right now, so it seems like we're just waiting for Chopper to do something to interest us in this arc, so hopefully the payoff here is worth the wait. Now moving on to another part of the chapter where we have Big Mom in the Whole Cake Chateau library, where she shows off these weird books to the Gurma 66, to the Vinsmoke family, and these books are, I don't know how to describe it. So she has these large books. When she turns the page, there's a living creature inside the book. It looks like it's nailed down by some sort of like magical nail. It doesn't seem to cause them any pain, but it seems to nail them to the book. And when she flips the pages, they become like two-dimensional. So when they're open, they're three-dimensional, but when they close, it's two-dimensional. So it's all part of Mont Dior's Devil Fruit ability, and this power itself just seems, his ability is really hacks, because if he can trap you in a book like that, I don't know how he does it, but there's a lot of potential here for hackness. I said this before, this book fruit ability is just a recipe for complete brokenness in the right hands. So we see like she has a collection of rare human species in there, and also there's a reference to Doskoi Panda, the panda that's on like a bunch of One Piece like clothing merchandise, so that's on there. So nice callback there, Oda. So she's showing this off to the Vinsmoke, and they just seem to be freaked out by it, which is a natural response because this is a completely weird situation for them. And in the middle of this, Judge mentions to Big Mom that her island is completely diverse when it comes to races, but there's one race he hasn't seen on the island so far, and that is the giant race. And Big Mom's reaction here is very telling. She has a very sinister, annoyed look on her face when Judge mentions the giants, and Big Mom's like, you must have missed them. So she's hiding something when it comes to giants. Now, she wants Caesar to create for her a serum that makes humans into giants so they can see her at eye level. So if she has a complex with giants, I think Big Mom may not like giants very much, because if she has a race on her island that is taller than her and stands above her, I think she might have problems with that, some sort of issue with that. And Big Mom, this entire chapter should pretty much be called Big Mom Gets Triggered, because oh my gosh, we see Big Mom freak out and lose her cool over a bunch of things in this chapter. She leaves the library because one of her servants tells her that they got Luffy and Nami captured, which is another thing I'm kind of not too happy with. Like, this isn't the first arc where Luffy and Nami or some other straw has been captured or put in a cage. Like, the last time Luffy's been stuck in a cage was it was Punk Hazard. Yeah, it was Punk Hazard. So this is kind of like, he's stuck in a cage again. Like, there's that whole theme in the arc where Luffy gets stuck in a certain location, so he's stuck in a cage with Nami. But I'm gonna give it a pass here, because the way he's in this cage, it's Mont Dure's ability where he has a prison book where he flips the page and each page is like a prison cage, but it's like two-dimensional, but inside the page is three-dimensional. So there's a lot of weird dimensional manipulation going on with his ability here, and I want to see more of his ability, because like I said, I really think he has the most interesting devil fruit ability out of the entire Charlotte family besides Big Mom right now. So Big Mom's talking to Luffy and Nami via Dendemushi, because of course she can't be there in person, because why would she be there in person to talk to someone beneath her? And she mocks Luffy saying, "Oh, Straw Hat, you're here, so long time no talk." And Luffy's telling Big Mom, "Okay, Big Mom, let me out of here. I'll break anything to get out. I need to get back. I don't care anymore. I need to see Sanji again." And she says she's going to keep Luffy and Nami in that book, in that prison, until the wedding is over with, until the ceremonies are done, so that they don't interfere with Pudding's happiness and the whole marriage situation. And Luffy's like, "Oh, well, I'll kick your ass. I promise to kick your ass, but I'll do that later, so come here and fight me." And Luffy, I know this is typical Luffy stuff, but he should realize that he's completely out of his match for Big Mom right now, unless he has another trick up his sleeve, which, depending on who you talk to, he may or may not have one. And Big Mom's just guarding at him, mocking him like, "Oh, a bunch of big talk. You're nothing but a grain of sand in the desert in the new world." And then she talks to Nami and mentions how she heard that Nami killed Lola. And Nami repeats to Big Mom what she said to the rest of her family member, that they didn't kill Lola, that Lola gave her Vivi card, and she said that if they're in trouble, they could go to Lola's mother, who in this case is Big Mom, for any help to get them out of the situation. And Big Mom loses it right here. She says, "Quit bullshitting me." She is furious with Lola. This is something I did not expect, because a lot of people were predicting that once Big Mom finds out that Nami has Lola's Vivi card, they were going to be on good terms with Big Mom, because, oh, she still cares about Lola. Oh, you guys know Lola, you're a friend of hers. Okay, I won't bother you. But no, Big Mom she despises Lola. She tells Nami that, "Where is she? Because I will send an assassin to kill her, to eliminate her. She ruined an important marriage arrangement for me in the past, and she is a horrible excuse of space for her." So she despises Lola. She does not like Lola for something she did in the past, where she ran away from an arranged wedding. So, whoa, I did not expect that. I did not expect Big Mom to be on bad terms with Lola and to even want Lola killed. She even mentions here that this marriage arrangement was so important that if it had gone through, she would have had the power to beat Kaido, Shanks, and even Whitebeard. And by then, at that point, if the marriage had gone through, she would have been the Pirate King. So if Big Mom had been the Pirate King because of this arranged marriage, this means that whoever Lola was supposed to be married to, this arranged marriage, this means that like this, there has to be some sort of political pull here. A lot of people have been suggesting that maybe she was supposed to be married to like a Tenryubito or someone higher up in the government. I don't know anyone who could have gotten Big Mom that much pull to where she could have been Pirate King or Pirate Queen, because she's a woman. So unless like the deal would have been, hey, you marry her, you get married to this person, you get access to like maybe a ancient weapon, a sort of form of power, maybe a poneglyph, or maybe the world government's ancient national treasure, whatever that is. So this is a very fascinating turn of events here, and Luffy continues to argue on with Big Mom, saying that what's done is done. Quit making excuses because you didn't become Pirate King. Lola didn't get married. What's done is done. And he says that Sanji's gonna come back to him no matter what, and the winners will be them. They'll be the winners in the turn of events right here. So I just love it. I kind of love it when Luffy, you know, just completely is so confident in his own ability. He just completely like overshadows, and not overshadows, what's the word? He kind of like knocks down the person who's arguing with down a peg, because he's like, oh, you're not so great, you know, because Luffy, he's not all talk, but he still needs like the level of strength to really back up his talk right now. So Big Mom is just like, whoa, kid, you're really getting too full of yourself right now. So that was a good exchange from Luffy, but I'm still kind of annoyed that Luffy's like willing to pick a fight with Big Mom now, considering that he's still not fully recovered from his fight with Cracker or the fight with the army at all. So yeah, Luffy not a good turn of events there. And meanwhile, we go to see what's going on with Sanji. He's still in a guest room. He's in the fetal position on the windows, so he's not in the right frame of mind right now. And meanwhile, we go back to Pedro, who's already distracting everybody. He's already got some explosion going on in the Whole Cake Chateau, and Tamago sees him, so Tamago's going after him. I don't know where Smoothie is. We don't see Smoothie there. And Brook is ready to prepare to perform his special live concert, and that's where the chapter ends. So I'm a little annoyed that like the end of the last chapter, we saw Brook and Pedro ready to pull off their counterattack. And at the end of this chapter, yet again, we see Brook ready to pull off his counterattack. So not much progressed. Barely anything progressed on the Brook and Pedro front, which is kind of disappointing. But the rest of the chapter I thought was pretty great. Well, not great, but it was pretty good in my opinion. Like the whole 2 pages with Brûlé and Chopper, I really didn't care for, because that plot's not really going anywhere yet. Anything with Big Mom and the library and the book of rare creatures that are stuck in there, I guarantee you those creatures are going to come undone out of that book eventually. Like, it's only a matter of time. So that's going to happen soon. And the whole part with Luffy and Nami confronting Big Mom, like talking to her one-on-one again, having this dialogue, I think it really instills us where Big Mom fits in this arc. A lot of people saying that Big Mom may not go down this arc, but the way this chapter kind of set up, I think Big Mom could potentially be defeated in this arc. Not by Luffy, I don't think, but the 3 ways to go. Luffy can either defeat Big Mom by getting a massive power-up, a massive temporary power-up, or he can defeat Big Mom by getting a bunch of help from allies around Whole Cake Island that sabotage her, you know, plays a role in her defeat. Or number 3, Big Mom gets defeated by some other outer interference, some other form that defeats her in the end. So I'm not too sure where this could go, but I really don't think Luffy is going to beat Big Mom in this arc. But I think Big Mom after this arc is not going to be as big of a threat as she is right now to the Straw Hats. Or maybe not, but we'll see where things go right now, because I still feel like Big Mom, this might be her one arc to shine. After this, she's just going to be either a semi-ally, or she's not going to be much of a threat to the crew going forward. So that's my thoughts on this chapter. There's a lot of interesting things going on right now, and I hope we see Brook shine, literally shine, show us something amazing next chapter, because after all this wait, this better be a great concert. I better be blown away right now, Brook. So I better be blown away, Soul King Brook. Okay, so that's my thoughts on One Piece chapter 847. Let me know what you guys felt down below. If you guys have seen it, be sure to leave a comment, and what are your thoughts, what are your predictions for the next chapter. And I'll catch you guys again next time. Keep on keeping on. Peace.